today, Friday, the 5th week of Easter. Our reflection today is from the readings of the day, Acts of Apostles, chapter 15, verse 22 to 31, and then the Gospel according to John, chapter 15, verse 12 to 17. These readings speak powerfully of communion, love, and mission. In the Acts of Apostles chapter 15, the first reading, we witness the early church resolving conflicts in their midst. And what was that? Some group of people who left the early Christians, left their group, went out and started teaching wrongly, teaching wrong things, becoming very radical, teaching that before you are welcome as a Christian, you must follow the old system. You must go by the old law. And that was not what Paul and Barnabas taught them in their missionary work. And that was what created a problem. And today, the leaders, the head of the group, came together and decided to do what? To send letter to that church, to that community, to encourage them that despite the confusion being brought by some group of people who came out of them, that they should not worry, they should remain focused. The message of encouragement and the message of clarity, to have good leadership. And so true leadership builds bridges, not walls. So when guided by prayer, love, and then by the Spirit, you will find out that even disagreement will lead to growth. That was what happened among the early Christians. In their disagreement, they used the opportunity to grow. As they always come together, pray, they sought the help of the Holy Spirit. And that was how they resolved that problem. And the problem of division, misunderstanding, teaching wrongly did not start today. But the point remains that it has always been solved. And those who refused, they will go out on their own. And that was how we have Protestants, we have different churches, different denominations, because of disagreement. Some people will say they want this is what they teach, this is how it will be, they go out. But the church, and through the help of the Holy Spirit, the church remains one, united, and progressive. Sometimes this disagreement is out of selfishness, out of self-aggrandizement. They want to, you must take my own, and all that. So today, as Jesus teaches us about love, it is in love, it is in unity, by the help of the Holy Spirit, that will make us progress in life as Christians. And we found out that guided by prayer, in love, disagreement can lead to growth. So in the gospel, Jesus gives us his greatest commandment: love one another as I have loved you. This was the great commandment. He said, love one another as I have loved you. Not just any love, but how he has loved. And how did he love us? How has he loved? The love that goes, his love is sacrificial, is faithful, and is life-giving. So, if we are to follow Christ, our love must also be sacrificial, must also be life-giving, must also be truthful, must also be faithful. He calls us not servants, but friends, that's what he said. And partners in his mission, the mission of transforming the world, bringing people back to the Father. Then here is the challenge. Love boldly. Lead with courage. Unite where there is division. Be part of those who encourage. Be an agent of encouragement. Be an agent of love. Be an agent of peace and unity. What is our hope and encouragement? To bear fruit that will last. Again, that you do not walk alone. Let us ask God the grace of witnessing to his love and mercy.